Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Echo. Welcome back today to a Minecraft Pocket Edition structure blocks tutorial. Yes, structure blocks, fully working on Minecraft Pocket Edition, exactly the same as they do on PC. Full credit to creators, I will link them down below. This is a mod, so it requires the mod and block launcher. Both of them you can check out in the description. So the structure block itself is kind of another advanced version of the command blocks, but it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's for structures. This is just a basic tutorial showing you how it does work. I'm really curious as to what you guys are going to do with this after this video. If you do enjoy it and you find it helpful, as always, be sure to thumbs it up. Something I've noticed though is that the textures of specific structure blocks are different on Pocket Edition compared to the PC version. So I'm pretty sure the data block on PC looks like this texture. I'm guessing it's just kind of like a bug issue. So there's 4 different type of structures. All can be accessed by one specific block as well. So for example, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to copy and paste this farm, a blacksmith, and wait until you see what I've got to share with you at the end of today's video. So clicking on this, clicking on this is the data block. This is the default setting that will pop up as soon as you access the structure block. So the next one we have here is the save one, which of course is used for saving and detecting specific things that you've done. The next one we've got here is the load, of course, loading in specific structures that you've saved. And then last but not least, the last one we've got here is the corner block, which is where it all starts. The corner block is a very useful one, and it's where you're gonna copy and paste specific structures. So for example, we're gonna start off very easy. We're gonna start off with this basic farm. So for example, I'm just going to place down the structure block there. You will need to align this corner, this top right corner, with the blocks that you want to copy. So whatever's on the inside of this will be copied. So for example, if I was to place the block in there, this would also be copied, the grass. But I don't want to do that for the sake of this tutorial. I'm just going to place that there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on this. We're going to change it so at the top it says corner, and we're going to change this just to farm. That's all we need to do it because, of course, it's a farm. We're going to click accept. So that has now acknowledged. Now this is kind of very similar to a copy and paste tool. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place down a new structure block, and we're going to place it here. Again, this side needs to be aligned, so it's going to copy and paste everything there. It can also include entities, which I will show you exactly how that works. So clicking on this side to corner block one more time, so it's on corner mode. We're also going to name this farm as well. So according to the game coding, in this actual structure block, we've just saved this. So I'm going to show you exactly how it looks. So placing down a new one, we're going to change this to the save mode. And what we're going to do is we're going to save this as farm, which is exactly what we did. We're going to click detect once. And as you guys can see, it's outlined what we want to copy and paste. So for example, you can see it's literally just going to copy whatever's in this radius. And this is what I'm talking about, aligning it up. So this one is going to align this exactly what we're going to copy. It's the bottom one, by the way. On the second structure block, it's going to copy the bottom one. Now again, you can include entities like I did say, so clicking back on the save block, you can see it saved the coordinates, the size, etc. And you can see on the right hand side, it says show invisible blocks. Sometimes the invisible blocks can crash the game, but it also has include entities. So for example, as you guys know, farmers like to farm on top of the crops. If we were to click enable, this would also include the mobs as well. And typical, it starts to rain. So if you did want the entities to be saved, all you have to do is make sure that's enabled, and then all you do then is click save, and that has saved the specific design we've just done. So if I wanted to load this somewhere else, I can do that, and that is exactly what I'm going to show you, and exactly show you how it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to a little bit of flat land. I'm going to place down a new one. Going to tap on it one more time. Going to change this to the load one, and of course you need to type in the name farm, which is the one that we just saved. And again, include entities on, click load once, and what this is going to do is this is going to give you a preview of where you're going to be copying and pasting your specific build. So as you guys can see, it's not on the floor, it's going to be floating. So what we need to do is tap on this, change that coordinate to 0, and then we're going to click accept. And as you guys can see, it's dropped by 1. So if you're pretty happy with your location of where you want to place this, click on it one more time, click load one more time, and as you guys can see, we copy and paste it. For some reason, the entities didn't copy. Not entirely sure if I did accept it on or off, but we've literally just copied exactly what we've just done right there. So whatever you guys can see here is exactly what you can see over there, minus the villages, of course, which is absolutely wonderful. Again, I'm showing you the very basics of this. I'm showing you in a village, but you can use this with your own builds, your own creations. At the end of it, I'm going to be showing you something to do with the end ship, the end cities, of course. But the next thing I want to show you is, of course, we're going to do a blacksmith, all right? We're going to do a blacksmith, and we're going to include everything again. So what we'll do is we'll tap that down there. Change this to corner mode. Change this to blacksmith. Click accept. Go to the next location, which is going to be this one. We're going to tap this one more time. We're going to click on this again. We're going to change this to corner mode. Change it to blacksmith as well. Click accept. And this has now been technically saved. And if you want to have a little bit of a preview of what blocks have been saved, put a new structure block down. Go to the save location. Change this to blacksmith. Go to detect. Click accept, and as you guys can see, in the specific section, this is what's going to be saved. It's going to include some of the grass, it's going to include the grass path, that is all going to be included. And again, if you want to enable entities, click on the same block, click entities on, click save, because of course it's going to save the entities. And again, if we want to copy and paste this, we can do exactly the same. So for example, maybe you wanted to just duplicate your village or duplicate how many houses you made. You can do that. You can do this with very basic things. Maybe like you wanted to make a diamond tower, copy and paste it. You can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this down here. I'm going to click on the load location. We're going to, of course, type in blacksmith, which is what we just did. So blacksmith. We're going to click load once. We're going to make sure entities are on. Click load once. And this is going to show you where it's going to spawn. So it is going to spawn right next to the farm, which is pretty useful. Looks more like a very normal village. But again, the coordinates are going to raise it in the air. So what we're going to do is we're going to load this by 0. We're going to click accept. And as you guys can see, it's dropped. So the last thing we need to do here is click load. And successfully, we copied the exact one that we already had in the village, and you can see it's copied. And if all has been successful, if there was a villager in here, he would have been copied and pasted as well. But even the chest has been changed. Of course, the blocks, the items haven't transferred as well. I do not know why that doesn't happen, and I do not know how to enable that. So it's super useful. You can copy large quantities of land. So for example, maybe you wanted to copy the whole entire village. We're going to, I don't know if this is going to crash the game, but we're going to give this a go. So I'm going to place this down here. We're just going to name this to, oops, that's the wrong one. That's the data block. We're going to change this to, of course, corner. Let's just change this to village. Click accept. And we're going to go to the other side as well. So for example, maybe you wanted to copy and paste the whole entire thing. Again, large lands take a long time to load. Large lands can crash the game. I'm loading this up, by the way, guys, just because I'm using these blocks to kind of copy and paste the whole thing. So the next one goes on here. Change to corner one more time. Change this to village. Click accept. And again, if you want to double check that you've selected the whole entire thing, click on it one more time. Go to the save one. Go to village. Go to detect. Click accept. And you can see it's going to copy and paste a large quantity of land. Now, the coordinates of it are quite high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop these coordinates to, let's just say we drop these coordinates to 2. Click detect, click accept. Now, this should lower it down. I'm pretty sure it's going to still be okay. You know what? I'm also going to lower it down one more time because too much of a big land can be a little bit of a problem. Let's just lower it down to 1. Let's go to accept. So it's loaded all the way down. It's saved. We've saved this one. What we're going to do is we're going to go and copy it over here. I haven't tried this with such a big design, so this is going to be a fun experiment. Let's change this to load. Change this to village. Okay, let's go to load once. And as you guys can see, we're going to load this down by 1. So let's change this to 0. Let's go to accept. Click back on this. Click load. And voila, we copy and pasted the whole entire village. And actually, it didn't lag. There's one more thing I want to share with you in this video. And that is, of course, something I saved from the end earlier on. So I'm going to go to a cleaner land. Let's place this down. Let's change this to load. Let's go to end, ship. Okay, let's go to load once. And you know what? That's perfect for me. I'm going to click this. Gonna click load one more time, and as you guys can see, I went to the end city and I've successfully loaded this in without any issues at all. So guys, go and have some fun with this. That's just the very basic tutorial of structure blocks, but it's fully functional and working on Minecraft Pocket Edition. No issues, no errors, no nothing. I've been Echo. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.